It's a race against the clock.
Once those waters start coming down, the Goulburn River is coming into the Murray, and that's what's coming here. So we know we've only got perhaps another 24 hours, maybe a little bit more. So yeah, that's our time frame.
Just 24 hours to build walls and walls of dirt and sandbags, trying to hold back the Campaspe River and also the mighty Murray River and save Echuca's CBD. It's a mammoth task, and it's going to require every little bit of community spirit that this town can muster.
It's non-stop. There are people just everywhere throwing sandbags wherever they can get. People just coming out of the woodwork.
Well, you're looking at humanity at its best, because we get people all walks of life, all ages. We're trying to save our town.
Even the kids are on board the rescue mission. The town staring down the barrel of its second major flood peak in a week. 2,000 homes could go under, some for the second time.
What was it like seeing the house underwater?
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary, because you knew then you weren't going back for a long time.
This is Linda Dimsey's home yesterday. Water flooding every room of the house.
Obviously, I think the water's come up to, well, you can see all the mud on the fridge.
Yeah.
The home surrounded on all sides.
Look at that water.
It's unreal, isn't it?
And usually that's a backyard.
And usually that's backyard.
Linda and her family know a thing or two about tragedy. Their first home burned down after being struck by lightning. Now, in a cruel twist, what's left of this home looks set to be flooded again.
It's devastating, and I think the unknown of knowing it's going to come up again and how high is it going to come up and what are we all going to expect? Is it going to fill the whole house up again? I'm not sure. And I guess that's the real stress at the moment.
This afternoon, the Victorian government announced a huge relief package.
The government's approved $5.5 million, a package of food relief to get extra food to communities who need it most.
But for communities like Echuca, there'll be no real relief until the next flood peak has passed on Friday. Until then, it's an anxious wait.
It'll come. I don't know when or how or whatever. Mother Nature will determine that one.
Georgie, we know country towns like this tend to be incredibly resilient, but 2 floods in a week is beyond brutal. How is everyone feeling?
Anxious, very, very anxious, Carrie. They're worried, they're concerned. We've had some tears. We've been going around the CBD of Echuca today, just seeing the community effort that is going into trying to save it and save all the businesses and the homes that are here. And they just know that the worst could be yet to come. We've seen lots of flooded streets. There have been houses that have already been sadly lost. So people are resigned to the fact that things are going to get a whole lot worse before they can get better. However, you talk about that resilience. You might be able to see behind me. We have seen hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. So many social media posts have been going out just calling for help, and the residents of Echuca and the surrounding suburbs have responded. If they can get here, they are here. They are sandbagging and they are doing whatever they can to try and avert the worst of this.
Well, we saw in the story this incredible levee that everyone's pitching in to help build. Is it going to be enough?
I think there's a quiet confidence from the main stakeholders. So the authorities here, they're quietly confident that that levee is going to hold, that it will be enough. We have seen huge amounts of sand, so many trucks racing to that spot to try and hold back the Murray. So there is a little sense that that is going to be the case, but everyone in town is just resigned to maybe it getting through. We've already seen in some of the people's houses that we were able to get into today that sandbags have not worked. This levee has a lot more infrastructure than that, but I think it's the fear and the unknown at the moment that's really worrying these people. They're just so worried about what is to come because no one quite knows.
And exhausted, I imagine.
So exhausted. I mean, this is, again, something that they weren't thinking that they were going to have to cope with so soon. If the Murray does break its banks, then there's a chance that the blowback of that water is going to, this is the Campaspe River that is behind me here, and it is racing. The current is so strong, but it's already broken its banks further downriver. If that water comes back from the Murray, then it could meet up, and that is what residents are concerned about, because then the town would be completely inundated.
Well, Georgie, stay safe and thanks so much for the update.
Thanks, guys.